Hello again everyone, and welcome to the back garden yard. In today's video we're going to be harvesting okra seeds. That's right, some people wanted me to show how I tell which ones are ripe and ready for picking and which ones are probably not ripe. So I've gone ahead and we'll go ahead and take a look at it. I have tied up my okra. Once the season was over, I actually tied lines down here like this and laid the okra plants, most of them, over the line. So you can see here how the okra plants are laying over the line. And these particular okra plants are ready to harvest now. They've had 2 hard freezes on them, and you can see that they're dried out. But now, what is the difference between this pod and this pod? And the answer is, in this pod you can actually see the seeds, and in this pod it's still closed up. And they are going to tell you that this one here, you can see the seeds inside. Once again, there they are. And in this pod here, you can see the seeds inside, and it's cracking open. So those are ripe and ready, and you really need to go ahead and get them picked, because if you don't, they are liable to spoil in the rain and the cold that's coming for the rest of the winter. So it's mid-December, it's a week until Christmas now, and it's time to get out here and let's pick this okra. And so the ones that are not going to be good probably are going to be the ones in the pods that you can actually see mold, or they haven't opened up. They were the late ones. And so if you see mold on them like this here, they may or may not be any good, but we'll pick them anyway. This one here is a good example. You can see all the mold that is on this particular pod, and it is probably not going to be good. But once again, these are big, fine pods. Another thing you can do is you can kind of open it up out here and look and see what the seeds look like inside. We've had so much rain lately that they're still kind of wet. But let's take a look. And here you go. And actually these seeds, they got a little mold on them though. So these are not the best ones. The ones that you really want to look for are the ones that you can see where the pod has cracked open like this, and you can see the seeds down in there, and you're pretty sure those are going to be good seeds. They look just a lot better than a pod like this right here. Okay, so with that said, let's get to work and let's harvest some. So what I'm looking for are the okra pods that have the seeds, and you can see the seeds in here. You can actually see them cracking open. That means they're totally ripe and ready for picking. So I'm going to get this one, and then I'm going to bypass this one and this one, but here looks like a good one. I can see the seeds right in there, and here looks like a good one. Okay, so I think you get the idea. I'll go ahead and pick this, and now we're going to go on over and we're going to open them up, and I'll show you the seeds. So that's a good harvest of ripe okra right there. and there's more out here, but just for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick one of the ones that I think is probably not very good, and I'm going to try to show you the difference. So here's one. You can obviously see the green mold on it and everything. So let's pick that one, and we'll try to show you the difference when we get over to the table. Okay folks, the first thing I want to tell you is when you're handling these okra pods, you definitely want to have a good pair of gloves, because you can't see them, but they've got these little spines that a lot of people's hands will just tear them up. So what I'm going to do, just to show you the difference, is we're going to open up one of these pods that I think is a good pod, and we're going to let the seeds come down. And here they come. Now these seeds are not 100% dried. They will need to be left out to dry for a few days, and then you can store them in a plastic container with a paper towel wrap or something to get them to be good for the year. Okay, so this is what I've got. I'm going to get the camera down really close so you can see it. See if it'll focus there. So that's the way good seeds look. You can see they've got nothing on the outside. They've got a nice darker color, and these are just really good seeds. I'd say 75 to 90% germination rate with that pod of seeds. Okay, so now right beside it, I'm going to open up this other pod that I picked, and I think it's not as good. So this is the pod. You can see the difference on the outside. Got a seed out of there. You can see that difference on the outside. It's moldy, it's green. It just doesn't look nearly as nice as this one here, but I picked it just to show you the difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up. Let me move these seeds over. I'm going to try to put these other seeds right beside those seeds. All right, that's enough. I think we can make our comparison here. So what we've got, and of course a couple of these brown seeds. So these brown seeds are from the bad pod, and if you see, they just don't look nearly as nice as these seeds. There's some of them have turned black. Some of them have a little bit of mold on them. So that's why I'm not picking that kind of okra for the seeds. Now I'll end up picking some that are kind of questionable, but I'll keep them separate from these seeds here because I don't want to get them contaminated. Okay, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to dispose of these seeds, and I'm going to go ahead and take these good ones that I have in this bucket, and I'm going to go ahead and clean them, and I'll show you what I've got at the end. So the sun just came out, and I think you can really see the difference in the seed color now. These are the good ones, and these are the bad ones, and that's the difference. And then maybe the pods will show it better too. There's the good pod, there's the bad pod, and you can see how the outside is completely different. Okay folks, so I found one, and I want to show you right here. If you can see this, there's a bunch of mold on the seeds. So even though this looked like a good pod, you can see inside that there's dark colored seeds and there's a lot of mold in there. And these are actually so moldy, it's just they're sticking in there. So this one is being rejected. You don't want to put a bunch of moldy seeds in your good seeds, because if any moisture at all and that mold is going to spread and you're going to lose your bottle of seeds. Okay folks, so here's the final product, and as you can see in here, there are some seeds that are black and no good. That's going to happen because, once again, some parts of the okra pod can be good and other parts can be beyond mature or rotten. But I don't have any of the fungal seeds in here. So that's what I got from this pile right here. And if you enjoy videos like this, please like and subscribe to the channel. Boy, we've got a lot of good things coming up in 2025, and I'll be starting a lot more videos coming in 2025. So make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell, and when I put up a video as I start the garden, you'll be one of the first to know about it. And thank you for watching.